trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. I've been sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong, but I can write a song. I belong with you, you belong with me in my sweet home. I belong with you, you belong with me in my sweet home.
Okay, so of course the best man usually goes first. That's me this time. I'm always the person introducing the best man. All right. So good evening, folks. I'm Darryl's best man, Dean, and I'm accompanied by my beautiful wife, Donna. Okay. So Darryl was my best man at mine and Donna's wedding in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, 2.5 years ago. Thank you, Darryl. He was accompanied by Shauna for that trip. So I'm here today to repay the favor, and the great thing about it is I don't have to travel all the way to Mexico to do it. Sorry to drag you all the way to Mexico there, lad, but come on, you did have a good time. Okay, so not having a witty story to tell, I decided to look up Darryl's date of birth on the internet to see what momentous events took place on his birthday. Unfortunately, nothing much seems to have happened, although the nurses on the ward where Darryl was born still refer to that day as Ugly Sunday. And I did check, yes, it was a Sunday, the day you were born, yes. Okay, so here's a little bit of history how Darryl and I met. So Darryl and I met in October 2008 when he answered my ad in the paper to rent a room in my house. He was going to college to become a heavy-duty mechanic and had just gotten out of a bad relationship. So in the previous couple of weeks before meeting Darryl, I had interviewed multiple people to rent my room, but didn't feel comfortable with any of them. So anyway, so from the moment Darryl and I met, when he knocked on the door that day, I felt a deep connection and instant like for him. Darryl moved into my house the next day. Over the years since then, our friendship has grown. We have had many great times together, like tearing up the trails in his side-by-side, or drinking and listening to the loudest, raunchiest tunes and pissing off the neighbors before turning on the old Pink Floyd favorites, and the Beatles, of course. I have seen Darryl in the best of times and in the worst of times. Darryl has been a true friend, like a brother to me. He's like a brother from another mother, basically, is what I say. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him, and likewise, nothing he wouldn't do for me. In fact, we spend our whole lives doing nothing for each other. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Seriously, though, Darryl, you are truly my brother from another mother, and it just remains for me to say what an honor it was for me today to be standing here as your best man. To Shauna and her maid of honor, you both look amazing today. So to wrap this up, I'd like to say that marriage is not about finding someone you can live with. It's about finding someone you can't live without. So if everyone would like to join me in a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Headley, Darryl and Shauna, everybody. Okay, so it is an open mic. I'd like to pass the microphone over to whoever else would like to say a few words. Max.
So I've been waiting. So they started dating, of course, and they didn't date for that long, and then they stayed fiancés and stuff like that. I forgot the other word. Anyway, that's good. Kick out that. That's okay. And then now the day that we're married, I'm like, oh, he's my dad. He's my cousin. Yay. So make a toast to the bride and the groom. Oh, but I'm not done just yet. I'm not done just yet. This next, okay, quiet down, everybody, quiet down. I know what to try to do. Chocolate. Got that. Good job, Mom. This necklace I got today means a lot to me from my dad. And, when I'm 6 years old, I'll be telling my kid, this is very important. Papa's truck is important as that. Okay, move on. Who wants to get a toast that? Take the bite.
Good job, Max. Good job. Anybody else would like to take the microphone? Michael? Okay, I'd like to introduce Michael to the microphone.
Okay, Shauna and it's more serious. Shauna and Darryl, you have a structure, a nice pile of logs. Marriage is like the chinking, the bond. It allows the logs to float and move and shift, even fills the cracks over the years. Keep up the chinking, prevent damage to your structure, keep the bugs and the rodents out, fortify your house against cold winter winds, keep it warm, work together, draw on each other, your strengths, make the to-do list, revise it, set goals and set new ones as the old ones are accomplished. We all wish you the very best today, and your willingness to work the maintenance, the chinking, that will keep your pile of logs a home forever.
Hello. Hello. It's my turn. Hi. Okay. Dear Auntie Shauna and Uncle Darryl, have a a very wonderful life together and love each other forever throughout bad times and good times and be happily married. I love you, Auntie Shauna and Uncle Darryl. Might just take it again. Take it away, yeah. So, no, I'm good, Papa. You understand that? I'm good. Okay, here we go. I gave the bride of a groom a note today, some very special notes for her, pretty much like the same. I think they said, hi, Dad or Mom. Well, one of those on each one. Those pretty much like the things I changed. And then I write it. I hope you have a good day. And then at the end it said, well, I forget what it said, but if one of you brought your notes, please reveal it. Yeah. And if the paper was from my cousin, Ivy, and then I also borrowed her pen, and then I wrote a very nice note. So, if you really want to check out the note, ask Darryl, because I gave him the note was the wedding when we were all here. So if you really want to see it, ask Darryl. Okay, watch the mic next. Take it away.
Thank you, darling. Hi, I just wanted to say a few words. About 20 years ago, I met Shauna for the first time, and she had come up to visit Darryl with Randy, and Randy and Darryl were best friends. So we had a visit and everything, and then when they left, Randy and Shauna, I said to Darryl, "There's your girl." Well, no, because she's going with Randy. Oh. So anyway, time went on, and I am so glad they have finally found each other.
Oh, guys, I found the note. I'm back on stage. I found the note. Okay. Here you go. Papa, can you hold the mic so I can read and do this at the same time? Sure. Okay. It says, hi, Dad or Mom, whatever it says. Well, there's two notes, but this is my dad. So this note says, hi, Dad. I hope you have a day of love and peace. Well, have a good life of love from Max to Mom or Dad, whoever note it is for. Now get the mic if you want, or this done.
Thank you, Max. And you did a fantastic job, I got to tell you. Is there anybody else that would like to say a few words here before we move on to the next thing? Anybody else? You want to say a few more words? Yeah?
I don't want to do my other speech. Okay. I'm going to do my other speech. Okay. You do it. You don't? Okay. So, when Auntie Shauna and Auntie Karen were kids, they broke into someone's house and started cooking bananas. And one time, Auntie Shauna tried to boil water in a plastic ice cream pail. And she turned on a blender with her fingers in it. I guess Darryl has to do the cooking. I love you guys.
Good job.
Did you come up here?
Okay. Okay. Max, you've already had your say. Is there anybody else that would like to say a few words here before we move on? Going once? Going twice? All right, let's move on here. Now, of course, the last people that always have the last word during the speeches is the bride and groom. So I'm going to pass the microphone over right now to Shauna.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for joining us today. Almost everybody here traveled far to come and be with us, and even if you didn't travel far, you were taking time out of your busy schedule to do special things for us, and we're very grateful because we look around the room and every single person here is someone who means a lot to us, and we are very grateful for you being here. Do you have anything you want to add?
That's pretty much it. You covered it.
And yeah, that's all. Thank you. I didn't prepare a speech. Thank you.
Is that all?
Yeah. You have something you want to add?
No. I was going to say the same thing. Just thank everybody and stuff. Hello? Oh. Yeah, I just wanted to say the same thing. Thanks for coming up. It was fun hanging out with the family and seeing them. Don't get to see you guys very often, so it was nice. A little crazy around the house, but it's good. We made it. Yeah, plenty of bugs in the house now, so. Door left wide open. Anyway. Yeah, yeah, it came down here. But anyways, thanks everybody for coming up. Bathroom thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
We got a lot of Home Depot gift certificates so we could work on our house for wedding presents. And Darryl said, oh, it's a good thing we have those Home Depot gift certificates because we're going to have to, what did you say? We're going to have to change
the hinges on the doors.
Change out the hinges on the doors because the door was just a revolving door of people in and out. So
Crazy, should have taken it off.
that should cover it. Yeah.
2 doors.
Okay, folks, so in conclusion, let's all lift our glasses one more time. A toast to the bride and groom, everybody. Darryl and Shauna. All the very best.
Dean took, he's a DJ, and he took all of our favorite songs it gave him like a million songs, and he has, every song that's been played tonight has been like, I love that song, so thank you, Dean, for doing that.